All right. Good day. Good day. All right. Good day. All right. Going live real quick. I'm in the process of, let's see, it's Saturday. Let me tell y'all something. For the most part, every day, weekends are different. But most days feel the same to me. When I was in my career, it was like Monday, was like, oh, Lord, I gotta go to work tomorrow. And then it's like Wednesday's hump day. And I'm like, fucking Friday, yes. And then I'd be like, Saturday, got to do everything. And then on Sunday, back to, oh, Lord, I got to go to work again, right? That whole thing, that little rigmarole, but no longer. But Saturdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are busy days for business. So there's that. So that is different. So anyway, what I wanted to do is I wanted to look at herbs and teas. Um, And I talk about garden vegetables and herbs later, like fresh. I'll do that later. Can't do it all in one stream. So in this stream, I'm going to talk about food preparation. And this kind of all works together. The idea is that you want to make sure that your garden and your kitchen is a healing space, food for healing. Now, if we really, really want to go to like the top percent of healing as food, then of course we would be talking about raw food. Been there, done that. I personally think it's not sustainable over time. That's just me. All right, so what I have here is I just want to mention this, especially during the holidays. A lot of times, people we show out a little bit during the holidays. We do. We do all kind of extra during the holidays. We go way above and beyond. We do the most, right? But what we have to understand is we can't eat like that every day, right? You can do all it. Don't eat like that every day. And so I'll just talk about, as far as nutrition. When you're cooking for a family, when you're preparing food for a family, you have to always think about everybody's dietary needs. And then I'll talk about my household. You have to think about everybody and what everybody needs. And, I cook 2 and 3 meals a time. That's not a big deal. But some people ain't going to do all that. But I like cooking. I really do. I enjoy it. So the first thing I would say is for us, and I think most healthy households, your best bet is to bake your food. Use as little oil as possible. We only use olive oil in this home. We don't use shortening. We don't use vegetable oil. Um, Oils can be good for you, and coconut oil is really good. It heats up hot. So I do have coconut oil. I use that for popcorn. Um, but for the most part, now I'll tell you what the worst oil is palm oil. So I very rarely cook with palm oil. That's African food. Very rarely. You talking about explode your heart. Palm oil is very red and greasy. It's good. It's so good. But you can't cook with palm oil. Just don't do it. So anyhow, think about this. During the holidays, you see people, not holidays, just regular. You think about some of these restaurant menus and different things that you see, you will notice that people are just like pouring stuff on top of stuff into the food. And it makes good content, okay, when it comes to social media. Just pouring seasoning, throwing it. I was looking at these guys cook the other day. I think I actually shared it. And I ain't gonna lie, it was a little disturbing. Both of the dudes was looking like they was about 500 pounds each. And sometimes fat don't come from eating. It comes from like sodium, bloating. It comes from imbalance of your minerals and vitamins. It comes from a lot of stuff. But I was watching these dudes cook the other day for Thanksgiving, and I was just like, damn, they're using a lot of salt. Fuck. That's what I was thinking. And so that's one of the things I want to say. It looks good for social media, right? To show people just throwing seasonings around, just loading seasonings up, all these different colors and flavors and all that. It looks good. The pictures look good, but I see a different picture. When I see food swimming in sauces and gravies and cheeses, I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, less is more. Your food should not be, because all that stuff, y'all, all of that stuff is mostly sodium. That gravy is full of sodium. People be sopping it up. Okay, now. All them different, juices and stuff just laying in the bottom of the pan. A lot of that sodium food. I'm just saying. So one of the things that I have learned to do, I'm gonna talk about my household and our diet. We bake everything, okay? We use natural, simple oils like olive oil. Excuse me. Excuse me. We use olive oil. We also use coconut oil. We don't use high fatty triglycerides and all this other stuff. We don't do that. Okay. Second thing is this. We mostly bake. We barely ever fry. We're definitely big. I'm into like quality meats. I eat kosher and I eat halal meat, sausages and all that stuff. We're very particular. This is a pork-free household. I'm telling you, getting rid of pork and eating as little beef as possible or no beef is your best bet for heart health. It is. It's really good for you. And with your chicken, you want to make sure that you pay for organic chicken, high quality chicken that has no hormones in it. So it's the stuff that we put in our system. And even when you prepare your meats, it's best to put it in vinegar, salt. You can use lemon, soak the shit, wash the shit in hot water. It's so many different bacteria. Now you don't want to be so bacteria free that your ass is weak, because then when you travel, your ass will get sick over everything. But you want to have a basic standard of, you know, um, cleanliness to your meats. And vegetables, I sit and I wash my vegetables. I literally, especially when they come out of the garden, I use organic stuff only. I don't have any strange chemicals or nothing like that in my garden. But I wash everything off. I get all the, powders that are organic. I get them off. I make sure I don't have any bugs. I wash everything thoroughly. So it's really about cleanliness. And so I really watch a lot of Jewish kosher households, and I take some tips from them. There's not in Islam, there's not that much they tell you what to eat, but they don't tell you how to keep your kitchen or, how to blend foods and stuff like that. So I rely a lot on the kosher clean kitchen. Um, I don't bother doing all that because that's not my religion. They have this thing of meat and dairy can't touch the same container or it's tainted. I don't do all that. I do the basics, okay? Just the basics of kosher kitchen, just the basics. So anyhow, so what I want to say is this. It looks good, y'all. When you look at the menu and that shit is just sliding all over the place, cheese melting everywhere, gravy all over the plate, all that broth and stuff, y'all, it's sodium rich. You're not eating to live when you do that. You can't eat like that every day. I'm a plus size woman, but guess what? I got great heart health. I don't have cholesterol. I've never been hospitalized. I've never had any surgeries. I don't take any medications. I've never been sick. I didn't get anything during COVID, And it's funny because people think, oh, this person's skinny, they're healthy. Well, we know motherfuckers is dead and they young and they slim, and they look in shape, but on the inside they all toe up. We didn't see it. They dropping dead like flies. Okay. So let me say this. You can't judge how someone looks. You can assume. But I'm telling you, I got good cholesterol. I got good blood pressure. I got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old girl. Okay. And that's because of the way I eat. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, one of my weaknesses is cherry Pepsi. It's a weakness. I'm down to about two 12 ounces a day. I love that shit. I ain't gonna get started. Let me not get started. I used to do that on my old channel, talk about how much I love cherry Pepsi. It is bad. Now let me say this: everybody can't be perfect. Okay, there's a lot of people who have something that's a weakness. Some people is snacking. Some people is potato chips. Some people is ice cream. Some people is cheese. Everybody's got something different. So you're not gonna be perfect, but you gotta be aware of what you're eating. Okay. And all I can say is my motherfucking health speaks for itself. Okay. You can say what you want to say about May, but I don't be hospitalized. I don't be going. I ain't never been to the hospital. I ain't never been sick. I don't get sick. I got great health. I got no problems. So I know what I'm doing. Goddamn receipts. Anyhow, I've been eating like that since I was 16. I don't eat pork, and yeah, and a lot of stuff. And even the type of meats, even the pieces of meat I eat. I don't eat everything. I don't eat like a slave. None of that shit. I don't cook with season with no pork, shortening, all that stuff, fat, back, bacon, grease. I don't do it. Anyhow, so garlic. This is like, you see how that is? Not garlic salt, regular freaking garlic. You can pow this in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing. Onion powder. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. Now y'all gonna think this cheesy because I don't have no label maker. I'm working on that. But I label my own herbs. I buy all my herbs. You should see my herb. I'll show that one day. All my herbs and seasonings. What I have is a whole pantry. I got at least, let me look in here. I got at least 50. Yeah, at least 50 herbs. Okay. And and seasonings. And I buy my shit solo. You see that? That's only onion powder. That's only garlic powder. Not garlic salt and onion salt. No. And let me show you. Seasoned salt. Look at that. No salt seasoning. Okay. So that's basically seasoned salt with no salt in it. You see that? No salt. None. This is the problem. Let me show you. When you buy your seasonings, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay. Let me find it. I use Himalayan. That's what I was gonna say too. Even the salts you use, you have to be careful. Shoot. Okay. I use stuff like this, just straight smoked paprika, just straight. Okay. And then what you do is you make your own blends of seasoning. And then when I do use salt, I got sea salt. Use sea salt instead of iodized salt. So when you see me cooking, if I use salt, I use it in small portions. So the trick to having your food taste good is to get your seasonings as original. They don't have anything added. They're not blended. You're getting the straight powder concentrate of the herb itself. You can't go wrong with that. Let me put stuff up as I go. Okay, and like this, thyme. You see that? I make my own thyme. I got thyme plant out there. Okay. I make my own thyme. I freeze my thyme and I dry my thyme. So that's the thing. You can make your own stuff, grow it in your garden. See this? This is from my friend. She makes seasonings and she makes teas. Y'all see that? Nice. You take this and you put it in salad. You take the salad and you take it up another level. It's got chives, it's got parsley. I have parsley. I have cilantro. I have all of that in my garden. So I can dry it out and I can make my own herbs. Y'all see? And you can put it in your salad. You can season your meat with it, your fish. You can season your vegetables with it, your cabbage. That's what you do. Because when you just be pouring all these different, when you pour all these different pre-made seasoning, you don't know what's in there. You don't know how much salt. These companies don't care. They got to fill bottles up. So what they do is they just pour a whole lot of salt and a lot of fake artificial flavor to make up for it. Okay, just know that. So when you see people just throwing seasonings around left and right, that's just not healthy. You're gonna kill somebody pouring all that stuff on their food. Just sodium after sodium. People be end up eating 4,000 damn milligrams of sodium. This shit'll kill a horse, okay? People don't be thinking about you gotta eat to live. You gotta eat to live, baby. You can't be living reckless. Now, one of the things I love about Ayurveda, I do have Ayurveda under my belt as well. One of the things I love about Ayurveda food, one of the things I love about Ayurvedic food, it's an Indian traditional, I would say science, okay? So I use Eastern, I told y'all culturally, I'm not really a Western person. So I use um, Eastern philosophy for a lot of things. And so y'all see this? Now this is just a picture. Now it says how to make chai. So I already know how to do that. I do that all the time. Now one of the things that you're going to use is what you call Assam tea. This is the base tea it's called black tea. Keep it simple, okay? Assam tea. That's what these are. I'm just using this to show. Let me see if I can get it so y'all can see it. To show all the ingredients. So you have cardamom tea, okay, Earl Grey tea, and Ceylon tea. There's some things that are in the chai. That's star anise, whole cardamom, and more star anise. Then you have black peppercorn, cinnamon sticks, whole cloves. This is what essentially makes up a good tea for chai. Y'all see that? So this is a chai kit. Okay. Let me put let me put this back in. Okay. So I have a cheat code so I can make chai tea the way I want to. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do this with the water. Okay, so the first thing you do to make chai tea. Now notice the chai tea, look at it. Now this comes from it's called a tiffin. This is the Indian tiffin. And it's a multi-compartment. And you see I have all this stuff in it. That's cinnamon. Then I got my ground cloves. Then I got my ginger. That didn't have ginger. And then I got my cardamom powder and heavy cardamom, like whole. Then I got peppercorn, whole allspice, and then I got pepper. Okay. So you see all those things I got? And cardamom is the one that's gonna set it off. So what you do is this is another thing. I want to talk about some of the equipment for the tea. This is when you sit right on top of the teacup. Let me show you. Okay. You can put your herbs, your teas. Okay. And so what I do, let me go get my other one because I brought out my I brought out my teas that are already that are not open yet. And then you also want to have a what is it called? A pestle. You want to have a pestle. This is okay. This is no. I don't want to use this. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna use this black tea. Okay, so I have loose black tea. Okay, so only thing I'm gonna do with my loose black tea is I'm gonna put my loose black tea in. Put my loose black tea in. Y'all see that? Put my loose black tea in. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my own blend. Pretty easy. I'm gonna take now. You don't need the whole lot. Three. Let me see if y'all can see this. Three allspice. You don't want this too heavy. 4 or 5 peppercorns. Get you a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm gonna put 5 whole cardamoms inside. I'm gonna put a little bit of hold on, let me taste it. Hold on. Gotta make sure. Okay, that's ginger. Just a dab of ginger. This is the cardamom. Okay. Put a lot of cardamom in there. And then I'm gonna put just a little bit of this. Okay. This is your cloves, not too much. So you see I got all of that. Now I make my own blend of chai. So that's what you're seeing in my own blend. And I'm gonna put that lid back on. This is what keeps it fresh. And then you put the top on. Okay, let me set that to the side. And then all you do from there is you have some steeped water and you pour it on top and it will blend and go right into your teacup. Okay, and you let that sit. All right, let me put some of this stuff up. I'm gonna go through the teas now. Teas are amazing, okay? I'm talking about some of my equipment. So this is one of the first pieces of equipment. This way you can have what you call whole tea, okay? Whole tea leaves. Now, another type of teacup I love is kind of like a personal self-serve. Y'all see that? So this one's pretty cool. You have a built-in filter. Y'all see that? A built-in filter. You put your herbs in there. This is a way to do it. And you can get a single serving of tea. So it's hot. You put your herbs in there, let it sit and steep, and then when it's hot enough, you pour. And it's clean, it's simple. You can put this on your. I used to use this at work. You know, at work I used to put this on my desk. So it's a great gift. I like Whole Market. What's it called? World Market. I'm sorry, World Market. Okay, I want to also introduce two herbs to you that I put in my teas. Um, I go to, like I said, Ayurveda, and this is one pack I have, but this is a pack of um, Ayurveda. You see at the bottom where it says Ayurveda. You can't read the shit. But this is a diabetic cure powder. Why do I take that? Because I know my ass be drinking and consuming sugar more than I should. And so this is called amla. Amla powder is something I add to my teas and my smoothies. I get 1 teaspoon. You can add it to water as well. Amla keeps your blood sugar regulated. That don't mean your ass can just go pig out on sugar. That means it helps regulate your sugar so you don't get fucked up, okay? And that's the problem. When it comes to cooking and all this other stuff, people be thinking they can just take medicine. You cannot take medicine. The food you eat has to be your medicine. You cannot go and take a blood pressure pill and then sit here and eat a whole half of fucking ham. You can't do it. You cannot do it. So you have to make sure that the food that you're eating is helping you heal from the situation that you have. I was talking to my aunt the other day, and she was telling me that she had started changing her diet, eating certain stuff. She was explaining to me everything. And what she said was that she essentially got herself out of pre-diabetic status. Okay. Now here's another tool. This one is you drop it in your cup. Let me see. I like I need to demonstrate, but hey. Okay. So you put all your herbs inside. Let me open this so you can see. You put all your herbs inside. I be telling folks, I do this. I do this. So it's kind of cool to share a lot of the stuff I do with herbs and seasonings and gardening and cooking. I do this, okay? So the equipment, you have to have equipment. You have to invest in these things, okay? So you put your herbs in there, right? So I can pick this herb right here. This is called me tea, all right? I made that. It's called me tea. You see that? Me tea. And this one I made specially blended for me. So I pick herbs based on what I want, and then I put them in the tea. But anyhow, so what you do is you take this and you put all your herbs in, and then you drop it in the water. Bam! There you go. There you go. Okay. And then you let it, you twirl it around in the water, dip it in and out the water, twirl, 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 and you get all the herbs out into the water. That's how you do it. Okay. So these are just different methods. Then, of course, you got your old fashioned pot. You can sit that on the stove. I got this one from Ross. It's so cute. I don't use it though. You can heat your stuff up in the microwave, that's an option too. Then I have, ooh, I love this one, y'all. This is a traditional Japanese pot. I got this one in San Francisco from an Asian store. It is so cute. Look at it. Isn't that sweet? Oh, it's so cute. And then it comes with four. Um, this is what I use for green tea. And I'm doing some little fancy. I don't use this one on a regular basis. I just have to be feeling fancy. So I have lots of teapots and teacups. And as y'all know, my business, I have a tea party set up. So I talked about the chai, okay? I already talked about the chai. Y'all saw the chai. Y'all saw the chai already and the chai setup. Now, there's different types of teas, okay? So I'm going to go through the different types of teas. I have some of my favorites, okay? So I'm going to go through those. One of my favorite teas is Thai tea. Thai's tea is so good. Now, you got to be careful with it because it requires you to put sugar. So you got to get a sugar substitute, maybe. This stuff turns red. Okay, it is so good. You ever had Thai's tea? It's expensive. You can make this at home. All you do with your Thai's tea, you get like however much you want in tea. Steep it with water. It'll turn red. Then you drain it out, and then you put condensed milk. Y'all got it? You can do sweetened condensed milk if you like, but you put creamer, or or condensed milk, and you put it on ice. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, then we got green tea. Ooh, baby, I love green tea. Okay. Then we have Assam, which is Swat is an Indian brand. I buy everything from India. But Swat is a black tea, okay? So we got green tea, black tea, we got chai tea, and then we have the lovely, wonderful, let me see if I can get the lid off. We have the lovely, wonderful jasmine tea. Now this is made from flowers, jasmine flowers. Well, not flowers, but the jasmine leaves from the from the plant. Jasmine tea. So all of my teas come from pretty much Asia. All right. And one of the things I do, oh, I forgot, I can't forget. We got matcha. Let's talk about matcha. This is an enhancer. Matcha is some amazing shit. You add it with your green tea. Okay? It's expensive, so don't waste it. And you have to find a way to distribute your green tea. Let me see if I can find my distributor of green tea because I'm not going to lose none. Okay? So I have a way that I get it out. Oh gosh, what did I do with it? I can't see it right now. Damn it. Oh, here it goes. Okay. So this is my distributor of matcha. Y'all see them holes on the side? So what I do is I go dot, dot, dot like that. Okay. So I just get out pieces of the tea. This shit is a light powder. If you're not careful, you drop this or anything, it'll be everywhere it's gone. You can't sweep it up. You can't clean it up. Can't put it back in. It's very lightweight. It's almost like if you blow on it, it's gone. Here's another matcha. I love matcha. So you put your green tea, and you can put cream in it if you want to. It's up to you. But one of the things, if you look at the traditional way that matcha is prepared, it's very, very simple. It's hot water, and then you put in the matcha slowly. Okay? This is the matcha blender. Okay? It's a whisk. Okay? You get the matcha out with the scoop that comes with it. I'm going to put this stuff back in the box. It's called a tea ceremony. And then you can pick out your matcha with this. And then you can also, I'm sorry, wait a minute. So basically, you got a scoop, you got a big scoop, and you got a little scoop. Depends on how big, And this is like, you stir it with this. You stir it with the whisk, and you can scoop out for a single serving this. And if you're using a large amount of tea that you're making, you can use this. Okay. So this is equipment I've invested in. And that's the thing, you got to invest in this stuff. It takes time to collect all this stuff. And so I've moved around from Indian tea, and I started making my own blends. Like you see the me tea, I make my own. I also have like lemon balm. This is a calming tea. It's huge, right? I got that. I have valerian root tea. So you make your own teas and your own blends how you want to make them. Okay, so let me go put these teas up. And you can add herbs to yours and, all kind of shit. You can add everything you need to add. Let me put my matcha in one place. And then they have, of course, pre-made teas. I'm not a fan of them, but they got like dandelion tea. Now, I'll tell you one of my favorite teas. I got a tea box over here. I love fruit teas, but I don't drink them much because they don't have much value. Where's the other one? Green tea. What's another tea I have in here? Where is it? I got a blueberry tea. I got cardamom tea. I got so many teas, y'all. I'm really into it. I'm really into it. I like it a lot. I love it. Oh, I did buy labels. Hell, I didn't realize I had bought some labels. Oh well. And I got another Thai tea in here too. I got lots of tea. I got tea enough to last years, honey. I got a lot of tea. So jasmine tea, green tea, and then I'm gonna go over and put my matcha stuff up. Because I'm about to make some Indian food. It's a vegetarian dish. I guess I could do that one too, huh? Okay, let me get all my tea up here. Okay, so like I said, we got my own blends of teas, valerian root. I got all kind of tea herbs up here on the shelf. Let me put it up. Put it all up. Put this stuff up. Okay. Make room. May. Oh, let me put that ball goes in there. What is that? Did I show that? Nah, I ain't got time. Okay, let me put this one up too. I got my chai. So I do chai, I do jasmine, I do Thai tea. Okay, so then this is another brand. This comes from the I guess you say the South American people. You go into some of the South American or hmm, yeah, Central American or Mexican stores, they have this brand called Hanan. And they have their own herb blends. So this one is a calming blend. Let's read what's in it. This one has valerian root, which I already have. It has lemon balm, which I already have. And then it has something called Pimienel Burnet. I'd have to look that up. But that's one tea. Okay, and I have some friends and associates who have um, 14-day lean bod tea. I have not tried that one. And then this one. This is amazing. Um, Nettle, lemongrass, rose hip, elderberry, and hibiscus. Now y'all know I'm growing my own hibiscus for tea. I'm growing my own St. John's wort. I'm growing my own rosemary. I'm growing all my herbs myself. So I got all that shit out there. I got basically a tea garden. Um, I got tea plants actually I have out there. This one has chamomile, holy basil, valerian, oat straw, and rose petals. This one's called Sleep. The other one's called Nourish. And so I keep these because I can just make my own blends, you know? This one's called Chill and Be Well. This one is, let's see. This one says it is, let's see, lemon balm, cat straw, skullcap, passion flower, mint, and lavender. Okay. I have tried my best to grow lavender. Every time I try to grow lavender in the South, that shit dies. I tried. I swear I did. Okay, this one is called Happy and Be Well. And this one has lemon balm, rose petals. Let's see, I got roses, y'all. I got roses. Linden, lavender, hawthorn berry, and blue vervain. Okay. So all these different herbs, that's what I do. I kind of keep them because I make my own blends and I use them as recipes and stuff. So I don't always, you know, I tend to do loose herbs more so and loose tea. And that's kind of like a tea aficionado does. We blend our own shit. We don't go buy everything in a box. And that's what I was saying earlier. We got to get back to the root of stuff, knowing what's in our stuff. Most people buying boxes of stuff, they trusting people to tell them what's in their seasonings, right? You don't know what's in them seasonings. They trusting people with these boxed, pre-done things. So what I'm gonna tell you is this: go to the root when you're cooking in your kitchen. Go to the root. What's called simple cooking. You only need a few ingredients. I'm not talking about, not necessarily talking about the seasonings and flavors, but you only need a few ingredients. You do more than two or three ingredients, you're doing too much. Okay? You're doing way too much. All right, let me get started because I have these potatoes I'm about to do. Okay. And I have a friend who's so radical, she's sworn off even olive oil. She said she put water in her pot and cook it like that. I was like, you cook with water? She said, my body made of water. I said, oh shit. I'm like, you kind of extreme, girl. She don't even want to use no oil. She don't want to use no oil. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to cook. Not really cook, but I'm gonna prepare. These are called pani puri. This is from India, and it's like these little what you call it? It's called pani puri. It's like these little puffs, and then what you do is you have pani puri concentrate. You put this inside. It's just a teaspoon. Then you have chapati chutney. This is kind of like I could make this out of my garden actually. This is a blend of parsley and mostly cilantro. Okay, I can make that out of my own garden. And then you have what they call porty, not porty, tiny. And that's these little nuggets and stuff. It's like the little fried stuff. And then it has spices and stuff in it. It's pretty good. And so you crack this open, but I gotta make the onions. I didn't do the onions yet. I made the potatoes and I'm just heating them up. I already made these potatoes. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna package them separately so that anytime I'm ready to eat pani porty, I got like a kit. I ain't gotta keep like starting from scratch, but you have to have potatoes. Oh, I forgot this part. I forgot this part. This is what's it called? Tamarind. Okay. So you have all of those. You know what I do? I think what I'll do is I'll prep it and then I'll just make a video with just showing how to make pani puri. I don't need to show the cooking part. People don't need to see that. And then the other part is the mung beans. I'll get the mung beans out because it's good to know how to cook with like have a healthy snack. And this is a healthy snack. And then I have to cut some onions. It has to have onions. Okay. Damn corn fell out. But what I do, you see what I'm saying? I don't fuck around with. I have my own herbs. Get the root. Don't go buying canned stuff. Have your own mung beans. I got straight potatoes. You see what I'm saying? And all of that, there's no salt in there. That is what you call garam masala. And I also have pani puri. No, I have coriander and what is it called? Coriander and cumin. This is coriander, cumin, and garam masala. That's what's in here, seasoning this. You don't need to be throwing all them seasonings in here that are full of salt. Go straight to the root. What is the flavor that you're after? That's how you have a healthy kitchen. When it's time to cook stuff, don't go to pre-processed things. Get the natural thing. Get the rice and make your own rice blends. Get the beans and make your own rice beans. So these, I'm sorry, your own bean. This is mung beans. So I have pre-prepared my mung beans. And so what I'm going to do, because I like this as a snack, but it's so time consuming to make potatoes and to make the beans and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put potatoes in here in a small portion so I can make pani puri whenever I want as a snack. It's a healthy snack. And then I can put my mung beans that are cooked in here. So all I gotta do is grab the mung beans and the potatoes and pop that open. And then the sauces are pre-made. And I got a nice little snack. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff I eat instead of like nacho chips. You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating nacho chips, I'll eat Ayurvedic. That's what this is. It's an Ayurvedic snack. So I eat Ayurvedic, I eat halal, and in this household we eat kosher. We have a kosher kitchen for the most part with halal food, high quality meats, caution and cleanliness, and Ayurvedic medicines in the food. We're eating to live, okay? We're eating to live around here. It looks cute, throwing all them sauces and seasonings and all that shit around. But if them seasonings are full of sodium and most of that shit is floating in nothing but a sea of sodium, it's no good, baby. That shit falling all over the place, smothered. Be careful. Your ass will be dead in no time doing all that. I have the science of Ayurveda behind me, herbs behind me. I have the science of teas behind me. So I have a healing kitchen. See, that's different. Anybody can throw some slop together. Anybody can make some old sodium infused sea of blah, blah, blah. Anybody can do that. That's not hard. But can you heal people with your food? That's the question. Can you heal people? And I'll show my library. This has been a long time. I'm really about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, go to the root. Don't be cooking from all that frozen shit unless you froze it. Cook from your garden. And when you got to buy stuff like mung beans, buy them alone. Go back to the root of the ingredients. You got a rice, just deal with the rice. Don't buy all them blends of rice and all that sodium additives and all that crazy stuff. You don't know where that shit come from. Them people don't owe you nothing. They do not care about you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put to a couple of videos of what I have found when it comes to Chinese food. Be careful, careful, careful about Chinese food. Now, the other day, that's why I said I really love ramen noodles, but they are so full. of sodium. I only eat ramen noodles about once a month. And I buy one pack and I eat it and I'm done with it. A lot of black people, you go in their house, they have a whole pack. Even my parents did that. We had a whole freaking pack. You know what I'm talking about? The tray. They had like 20 chicken ramen noodles in. Don't feed your family that cheap shit. Don't do that. Get some damn potatoes and season them well. It's such an easy snack. That's what you do. Go back to the roots of the garden. Go back to the roots. Again, don't pour all that sodium. It look cute for the gram. Don't be putting in drenching stuff in cheese and creams and shit. Don't do that. You're gonna kill somebody. You're gonna kill somebody. Don't do that. Cook to live. Don't add all that extra shit. It look good on the picture. It look good on the commercial, but you're gonna kill somebody. Don't kill nobody with your food. You gotta eat to live, baby. Eat out the garden. Get this tea. Get these herbs. Get these fresh made seasonings, right? That you actually know what it is. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream and then I'm gonna come back and make Connie pour. This is what I'm doing anyway, so I just decided to stream it. And I'm gonna drink this chai. I drink chai every day. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna come back in a minute. I'll probably just do a regular live stream instead of a pre-made. I just don't like the weirdos coming through. You know, it's weird. I hate when weird motherfuckers I ain't never seen. Sometimes I like to talk to the Europeans, but sometimes I don't want to be bothered with the strangers. So anyway, if you're interested in herbs, seasonings, talking about gardening, and teas, that's what this has been about. Check it out. Ashe. Bye bye.